Coach, Bree hits those 2 threes in the final minutes of the game. What does it say, or what is it about her that allows her to be so clutch in those like really high pressure moments? Because she does the same thing at UNC.
Yeah. Well, I got to give it up to Leah Boston today because she said something to Breezy during the timeout that really relaxed her, settled her down to be able to see the ball come at her, and it's a practice shot. It's what she does every single day that we're out on the court, puts in extra, and didn't hesitate.
Dawn, a couple, do you know what Aaliyah said to her?
I don't. Aaliyah wouldn't tell me.
And then just throughout the game, it seemed like you guys had a lot of problems with offensive rebounds, getting points off turnovers. Just what did it say to the fortitude of your team to keep hanging in there, get it down within possession, and then just keep hanging in until they could hit the shot?
I mean, it's basketball. You make adjustments, and I thought our players did a great job at making adjustments after the half, and just, I mean, it basically just boiled down to just toughening up. I mean, I thought LSU had their way with us. They had, I mean, I think they had about 10 offensive rebounds in the first half, ended up getting 3, and that's the difference maker. You know, they make their money off offensive rebounds and putbacks and free throws. Let me see the free throws. Free throws, rebounding and free throws. So we did a good job with that.
Hi, Dawn. Your team has now won 10 consecutive games when trailing by double digits, dating back to November 2021. What has allowed your team and all these players, even though it's a different cast when you compare November 2021 to now, to do that, to have that resilience and to keep fighting back in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, it's circumstances. I mean, you know, we're gonna play for 40 minutes, no matter what the score is, no matter if we're down double digits or up double digits big. We try to respect the game. We try to respect our opponents, and try to figure out ways to close that gap. And if it's us, it was all us the first half, and I do think LSU had a lot to do with it. But once we settled in, it still was a dogfight. But at the same time, it was a game of runs. They made big plays. We made big plays. It was the team that made the last play was the one that was going to win this basketball game.
On the front to Lindsay and then to Alan.
Hi, Dawn. Obviously a crazy crowd. I know they weren't very friendly to you, but I just wondered, what has it been like to watch women's sports?
Actually, they were. They were calling me Boo.
Well then, what has it been like to watch women's sports just take off? I mean, this season seems to be a new level, and it's not just women's basketball, but that's definitely leading the charge.
I mean, think it's our game. It's our game that our game's been held down and held back, and now I don't know if it's the television package or the negotiations. I don't know what it is, but I think what we are witnessing is something truly special. And the atmosphere here. I mean, everything. I've never seen as many people in the plaza of any plaza for a regular season game anyway. And then the energy that was in this building was great. Even though we're on the other side of it, I love being in the gym with people who are really loving up on women's basketball to this level. But it's not going anywhere. It's only going to get bigger.
Who was holding you back when you say the game had been held
Who? The decision makers. Yeah. Yeah, they know who they are.
Alan in the picture and then here on the aisle. Alan, right here in front of you.
Raven had maybe the 2 biggest plays of the night, drawing that 5th foul on Angel, and then the take on the last possession. Did you see anything from her in the fourth quarter? Maybe you saw that coming, or I guess what does it say about her that she was able to do 2 different kind of plays like that late?
I mean, Raven's a competitor. What you saw is just her making 2 competitive moves. It's a huge to get Angel out the game. Huge when she went through all of her options of the set that we wanted to run. Couldn't complete any of the options. She put her head down and made a play, and made it. And actually, that was probably the game winner. They put the game out of reach, and she needs that. Like she put so much into the game. I'm glad the game found a way to repay her in that moment.
Here on the aisle.
Coach, did it feel like a NCAA tournament Final Four type game?
Yeah, yes, and I think the crowd and the players, they made plays. They kept the crowd engaged. I thought it was just a great display of basketball. It wasn't great shooting by either team, but we made plays against each other, and I know we held the audience, the TV audience, we held their attention. I'm sure, I don't know what the ratings will be, but I mean, you can't but love what took place tonight, and hopefully it continues throughout our season.